What's up, beautiful people? I was supposed to give you guys a video a long time ago. Been slacking a little bit on that. Actually, slacking doesn't feel like the right word. I want to say like ever since I came back from Japan, I've been feeling like a little bit displaced, and I don't think it's because like, oh, I went to Japan, like this amazing place, and then I came back to America and everything just kind of feels blah. I don't think that's the case. I think it's just like the timing and the season that we're in right now. Like daylight savings time, at least for me and for anybody that I've been around, more than most people realize, I think it really like affects your mood, man. Like I think like the time change, like it's like 4 p.m. right now, and it feels like 6. Don't get me wrong. In this specific moment at this particular place, it's beautiful for sure. But I feel like if you're somebody that has like a routine, or you need to feel the outside or go places and feel productive, like depending on where you're at in the world, it can get a little bit depressing. Like other places, like Florida is a little cold right now, but Florida is normally hot. But I imagine if you lived in somewhere like Seattle or anywhere where it just snows and it's rainy and it gets dark soon, like it's doing here, probably would affect your mood. Also, like I feel like me, like all of my days have kind of just been blending together, and everything feels a little bit mundane. So I think since I got back to Japan, I've been trying to figure out what would be like the best type of follow-up content to give you guys, because that was such a big moment, and then I'm back in the real world now, and everything just kind of seems like whatever. Not to be depressing, but I'm grateful though. I'm making this video more so to like speak to anybody that's feeling that sort of feeling right now, because like I said, I feel like I've been feeling that way, and anybody else that I've been interacting with or talking to, like, have also been feeling that way, even if they don't necessarily notice it. So, like, what I really just wanted to say is, in this season, like, be okay with the mundane. Like, be okay with just going through the motions and working towards whatever you had in mind to begin with. Like, maybe you had some goals that you started at the beginning of the year. Keep going with those if you haven't already accomplished them, and if you already have accomplished them, start setting new ones. Like, it's okay to just take one day at a time. One step forward is better than no steps at all. I'm not just telling you guys that, like I have to tell myself that every day, that I'm feeling this way. Like, today's a good day for me. Today's like the first day I've been outside just soaking in the weather, and start soaking in like the moment and stuff. And I think that's also why I felt like good making this video right now. But like I said, since I've been back, I've just kind of been stressing unintentionally. I've had like such a extreme case of anxiety. Like everything just feels improper. I've been very displaced. I don't know what to watch. I don't know what to read. Food hasn't really been hitting like that. And I was asking other people like how they felt about that, and a lot of them were saying they were feeling similar things to that. So I was like, okay, well, damn, maybe instead of just giving people like trying to make this exciting vlog, like I'm gonna just show people like it's okay to do the day-to-day thing. Like you're not behind as long as you're moving forward, and you're not alone with your emotions. I don't know really when that changes or how it gets fixed necessarily. I just know getting down on yourself doesn't really do anything about it either. So I just been, doing little things like I read. I've been working on this Rubik's Cube that I was supposed to do forever. It's like one of my lifetime goals. Honestly, if you could solve a Rubik's Cube, I'm a little jealous, and shout out to you. It's kind of impressive. But I will finish my Rubik's Cube. Watch. I'll give you guys proof whenever I do it. And I still been like being consistent, like with the gym. Like I always tell you guys, the gym is the thing that keeps me the most grounded. Like if I feel like if I fall off with that, then everything kind of falls off. Like I don't eat good, I don't sleep good, I don't feel good. My confidence kind of dwindles. So I would say in this season, like just find the things that keep you grounded and keep you consistent, and be okay with that. Don't be complacent, but be consistent. You know, whether your thing is like cooking for yourself, like meal preps, you know, every day, or even in your work life. You know, like sometimes you gotta appreciate the consistency that work brings, even if it feels boring or you know, unsettling. Because I feel like too, that's another thing like we take for granted as people. Like at least you got like a job, you know, at least you have like income, and at least you're able to provide for yourself. Like that's super important, I think. Um, people take that for granted. That's one of the small things that I think people should work on. Nah, I feel like as people sometimes like it's easy for us to take like the little things for granted, like just waking up. You know, that's something to be grateful for. An able body where you can walk, you can move your hands like this. You still have choice. Your house is together. You know, things like that. Whenever I'm feeling like I don't know what the word is that I'm looking for. Whenever I feel like out of place or like I get into a negative space, I try to keep those things in my mind. You know, even if I'm not where I want to be presently, I'm still probably further than I was prior or before, or the things that I have now, or the things that I prayed about before. Um, that's what I would tell anybody. Like, because I think this season creates like a sense of ungratefulness. Like we just feel unhappy. Days get darker sooner. They're shorter. Everybody kind of feels disconnected because I think they're focused on gifts and Christmas and the holidays. You know, even though the holidays are supposed to bring us together, in some ways, maybe the holidays cause a rift in other relationships. As weird as that may seem, but that's just what my focus has been on for this video. Like, I was gonna give you guys like a series of workouts. I do think I did still provide one workout at the beginning, but mainly I just wanted y'all to know, like, if you're feeling this way right now, that's okay. Just make sure you're doing something about it all the time. Make sure you like taking steps forward, because getting down on yourself doesn't get you anywhere. And I feel like so many people do that. I'm guilty of that. Now that I'm older and I'm a lot more mentally aware of myself, I think I know how to kind of lock in these seasons, or at least just be okay with that happening. You know, just keep moving forward, keep making steps. You know, like, make sure you get feeling good vibes, being around the right people, talking to the right people. Not telling everybody your business, but just being proactive and aware. Also, make sure you get lots of sunlight and be active. You know, soak in nature. Those things are important too. Yeah, I think my battery died there. Sorry about that. What I was saying basically is like, make sure you're just doing good things. Also, I think the audio might not have been the best in that last clip, so sorry for that. But hopefully you got like some good subject matter out of there. All in all, I'm just saying I didn't really want to do a video trying to put on a facade. I also think that's why it took me so long to make another video after like my trip. Is just I just was feeling kind of displaced, and like I said, not because I went to this like my dream trip, like on my dream trip, just because I think that's just where life was. I feel like this time of year always is really heavy, like I said. So mainly what I'm trying to tell anybody, if you are feeling this feeling, just make sure you're doing the things that are gonna make you feel good, and also make sure you're really not indulging in too much comparison or feeling less than. Just feed yourself good things, you know, because it's natural. Like nobody's always 100. Nobody's always like feeling at their best, you know. But I have just noticed the trend during this time. Again, I do not know if it's like the sun going down at like 4 o'clock, which is crazy. Like it's absolutely insane. It's 4 o'clock, but it feels like it's 6:30 or something like that. But that, or just maybe the fact that we're going into another year and some people tend to feel like they haven't done enough or feel behind. I'm guilty of that. Like I said, I have been better, but just make sure you're around the right people, you're doing the right things, and you're giving yourself grace. And remember, like, every day is another opportunity to be a better version of yourself. Like even with this, like I really want to be great at this. I'm hoping to, like in the next year, really expand on my channel and get like a real following. I'm still figuring out my niche. I don't necessarily think I have a niche yet. Like obviously fitness is important to me, fitness, but I think I'm more of a lifestyle individual. But also too, I'm just learning where to be comfortable at in the process of doing all this and fitting it into my daily life, like with work and every other things that, you know, I indulge in. With that being said though, it would be easy for me, especially in the negative space that, you know, this time can bring you, for me to just get down on myself and think like, well, what's the point, or I should quit, you know, things aren't really going as fast as I would like. But like I was saying, I'm more self-aware of my emotional state, especially right now, so I can handle this, you know, like I can be appreciative of even the littlest of gains. Hey, you know, at least I filmed, or, you know, I went to the gym today, or I could pay all my bills, you know, I have a little bit of a savings. There was a time where I couldn't say that, you know, so I always keep those things in mind. And also just, everybody's going through something. If you look around and you just take a second to maybe just look, you'll notice it's, you know, it's not all roses and daisies for everyone else either. And I'm not saying that that makes it easier, but it should make it a little bit more like manageable, because you're like, man, I'm not doing this by myself. So yeah, this week's video is just me getting the ball rolling again, and also just kind of checking in on anybody that might be feeling this way. Just to close it out one more time, just like I said, make sure the things that matter to you in this time especially, you're still being consistent with those things, because that's what's gonna like keep you going and take you out of this, to be honest. You know? With that being said, anybody that's made it this far, appreciate you for dealing with the randomness, the cutouts. Thank you for tuning in and checking in. I think next week I'm either gonna give you guys a week's worth of workouts, like show like what my workout split can be like for an entire week. I was gonna try to include that into this video, but I was like, nah, I'm not gonna do that. I'll just put one in. Either that, or I'm gonna do something talking about one of the cameras that I use, the Osmo Pocket. So expect that. But I'm coming. I'm working. You know what I mean? Like we're back. We're not even slowing down. We're just getting started. And like I said, I hope you guys continue to tune in. And once again, man, just remember, wherever you are right now, if you stop, you're just gonna stay there or go backwards. So you might as well keep going. You know, like your best is right around the corner usually. You just gotta keep showing up to make sure you get it. With that being said, guys, I will catch you next week for sure. It's your boy 10th, closing out. If you like the video, make sure you like, share, and subscribe. I appreciate you guys. Thank you.